Hey, ladies, welcome to another wild word of wisdom. Wow. Today I'm talking about stealing your birthright. Us, it's an old term. Nobody really talks about birthright anymore. But today I'm talking about it. And it comes from the story in the Bible about Jacob. A lot of folks know it. Spoiler alert if you don't, I'm going to be telling his business, right? But essentially, Jacob stole his birthright. Let's go back a little. What is a birthright? By definition, it is a particular right of possession or privilege that a person has from birth, and it is usually and especially granted to the eldest child. So often in that time, the eldest child got more or the bulk of everything, and then other things were shared with the other children. The eldest child, the eldest son, especially got the position of being the the most important next in line in that family's lineage. So in this case, what makes it really interesting is that Jacob was born the younger of a set of twins. Yes, you're wondering why I'm talking about these guys on Wild, right? We're getting to it. Wait with me. So this would have, as the younger of the two brothers, this would have made him second chair. It would have lined him up to receive a lot less than his older brother. Except before Jacob and his brother Esau were here, before they even got to this side of life, while they were in the womb in their first home, their mother, Rebecca, was told by God, yes, told by God, that the older child would serve the younger. Basically, the Lord of the universe told her that he was mixing things up and rearranging life as they knew it. I don't know if that would have been scary for her. I don't know if that would have been exciting. I don't know what it meant for her to be privy to this kind of awesome, earth shaking news. I do know that it meant that there was a space of saying we don't have to stay within the boundaries that have been established. There's a place that says you don't have to be in a sub position because society says so if God says otherwise. What I do know is that when it came time to let this thing happen, instead of just organically watching it work, Rebecca chose to help her son trick his daddy and steal his birthright. Now, here's what screams out to me. So many things scream from the story for me, but what really like just rattles my cage is the fact that you don't need to steal what is already yours. And if God says it's yours, believe me, it's yours. So, why are so many of us walking around in Rebecca's shoes? Yes, I know when we hear the story told, we think about Jacob, and there's much to his story to unpack. By the way, he does end up walking with a limp. Wait for it. But there's this piece where we got to ask ourselves, if Rebecca got that promise, why was she choosing to steal? Why are we in our lives stealing our birthrights? Why are we forcing relationships with Mr. Wrong and deluding ourselves into making him Mr. Right? Why are we taking any job offer in spite of how much it drains our energy, in spite of how much it raises our stress level, while we're neglecting the businesses that we were inspired to build, those ministries that we were called to flourish in? Why are we attaching to or not detaching from those frenemy relationships that leave us disgusted with both them and us? Someone shared a meme with me recently which said something like, I'm not leaving you because I hate you. I'm leaving you because I hate me. the more I'm with you. Pause and breathe and think about that one for a minute. If I know to my toes that I am a beloved child of the Most High God, why am I stealing a position in anyone's company or anyone's arms or anyone's space? Why am I living like I'm less? There's this great song that I use to help me reorient when I'm off track. In addition to my quote there that just reminds me on a daily basis, but there's just one part of the lyrics to that song that says, I know who God says I am, what he says I am, where he says I'm at. I know who I am. And from that position, I get to choose to interact, not from a place of shame, not from a space of fear, but I get to be the woman of integrity, of confidence, of generosity, a woman of emotional health and transparency and authenticity. From the position of knowing who I am, I get to accept my birthright, which is to be a woman who is wild, inspiring, leading, and developing.